Welcome back to Rekt Radio, the one and only place where we look at a sideways market and see a launchpad for the moon. I'm Sunny, and let me tell you, the tension building in the market right now is the kind that precedes a massive victory.
And I'm Cole, here to point out that tension is also what you feel right before something snaps. The market isn't a launch pad, it's a rubber band being stretched to its absolute limit, and we're all standing right in the firing line.
You see a firing line? I see the starting blocks of a championship race, and the starting pistol is about to go off. Let's talk about the big story everyone is watching, the incredible tightening of Bitcoin's price range. For weeks, it's been consolidating, squeezing into a narrower and narrower band. This isn't indecision, Cole. This is compression.
Oh, hang on a second, Sonny. Compression? You make it sound like it's charging up some sort of spirit bomb. Let's call it what it is, a dead calm. The market is a ghost town. The buyers and sellers are in a staring contest, and neither one has the conviction to make a move. This isn't the prelude to a breakout, it's the prelude to a breakdown from sheer exhaustion.
Wait, let me jump in here. It's the exact opposite of exhaustion. This is the market building a tremendous amount of potential energy. Think of it like a coiled spring. The longer and tighter you wind it, the more explosive the release. All the weak hands have been shaken out, the tourists have gone home, and now you have the serious players quietly accumulating within this tight channel, getting ready for a historic move to the upside.
It's not a coiled spring, it's a pressure cooker with a faulty valve. All this energy you're talking about is just anxiety building up. The market is trapped. It doesn't have the strength to push to new highs, and it's terrified of the chasm below. This tightening range isn't a sign of strength, it's a sign of fear. Everyone is whispering, "You go first," because nobody wants to be the one to trigger the stampede for the exits. This ends with a violent flush downwards, not a gentle float to the moon.
But Cole, you're missing the point. You're only looking at the chart, but you have to look at what's happening behind the scenes on the blockchain itself. The on-chain data is practically screaming a bullish confirmation. The amount of Bitcoin sitting on exchanges is continuing to plummet.
And you see this as a good thing? Let me get this straight. The places where you go to buy and sell an asset have less of that asset, and you're celebrating? That's like a grocery store cheering that is running out of food. It's called a liquidity crisis, Sonny. It means the market is becoming fragile and brittle.
It's not a crisis. It's a statement of intent. People are not just buying Bitcoin, they are taking custody of it. They are pulling it off exchanges and putting it into cold storage because they have zero intention of selling it anytime soon. This isn't for a quick flip. This is for the long haul. It's the ultimate sign of conviction. The available supply is shrinking right as demand is set to explode. That's Econ 101 for price goes way, way up.
It's a fantasy. They're not moving it because they're diamond-handed hodlers. They're moving it because there's nobody to sell to at these prices without causing a crash. They're trapped. They've created their own roach motel. The Bitcoin goes in, but it can't come out. The moment they try to move that cold storage Bitcoin back to an exchange to sell, the thin liquidity you're so proud of will evaporate and the price will fall off a cliff.
It's the smart money playing chess, Cole, not checkers. They see what's coming. And speaking of seeing what's coming, let's pull up the dashboard and see what the technicals are telling us right this minute. I've got TradingView open and this is beautiful.
Here we go. Please enlighten me with the digital tea leaves. Has the magic number generator finally decided our fate? I'm sure it's all rainbows and unicorns.
For once, Cole, it's pretty close. The overall summary, the big, bold indicator at the top, it's flashing buy. Not neutral, not sell, buy. The market is giving us a clear signal that despite the sideways chop, the underlying sentiment is positive.
But you always do this. You fixate on the headline and ignore the fine print. Let's scroll down a little, shall we? What do the oscillators say? Oh, that's right. They say neutral. The indicators that measure the actual real-time momentum are telling us the market is completely gassed. There's no power, no follow-through. This a car with a shiny new paint job but no engine.
Exactly. And another thing, that's the perfect combination. A neutral reading on the short-term oscillators combined with a buy signal on the overall summary is the textbook definition of a healthy consolidation. It means the market is calmly digesting the recent moves, absorbing any selling pressure, and getting ready for the next leg up. The momentum is just recharging its batteries before the next sprint.
It's not recharging. The battery is dead. And look at the moving averages, your other favorite security blanket. They're flashing a strong buy. So you have a strong buy on the lagging indicators that reflect where we've been and neutral on the indicators that show where we are right now. That's a massive divergence. It's a classic bull trap. It screams that the trend is losing steam and is on the verge of rolling over. The past was great, sure, but the present is telling us the party's over.
It's telling us that the foundation is strong and the present is just a resting stop. You can't sprint a marathon, Cole. These periods of calm are essential before we breach previous highs and enter a new phase of price discovery.
This isn't a resting stop, it's a ledge, and we're about to find out how far the drop is. The tightening range, the drying up liquidity, the divergence between a dead momentum and a lagging trend, all the warning lights are flashing red, and you're sitting here telling everyone the light is green.
That's all for this episode of Rekt Radio. I'll be back to watch that coiled spring release us into a new all-time high. The signs are there if you know where to look. Stay bullish.
And I'll be back with a fire extinguisher when this whole thing goes up in smoke. Don't mistake a ledge for a launch pad. Stay skeptical out there. You've been listening to Rekt Radio.